Good morning. I am so excited to share a little crap with you this morning. Just in case you don't get your daily required dosage, I've got you covered. A little crap, a little coffee, and we're good to go. And some fact too. You are in luck because you get travel edition. I commute, and it was either travel edition in the morning or zombie edition in the evening. So I thought travel edition was the way to go. It's kind of like a cross between carpool karaoke and your coworker's daily encouragement. So here we go. Fact or crap number one. As a young person, I was deathly afraid of dogs. I would do nothing that would put me in a situation where a dog might appear out of nowhere, which was any situation. Outside. So one day I was about 16, I had to walk from my home to my cousin's house about 6 houses down. So it was pretty intense. I got really brave and I started my trek with much fear and trepidation. I was always judging to see if I was close enough to run back home. And just when I'd reached the point of no return, a dog came running out of nowhere. And I was quite sure his intent was to rip up my flesh and bite off my ankles. I was also quite sure he was a scout for a mad pack of dogs who was just looking for a victim. So I did the most logical thing I could think of, and I went to the closest house to ask for help. It was something along the lines of I banged on the door screaming and crying, something like I'm gonna die or please help me. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, the owner opened up the door and he listened to me or tried to make sense of what I was saying and reassure me that everything was gonna be okay. He even offered to watch me walk to the house that was nearby, but I just wasn't having it. And finally he lost patience. It probably was because of the dog. I don't know if I mentioned the dog was about the size of my Yorkshire poodle mix, so he was yay big. And he eventually let me know that he wasn't gonna be able to help me and that I needed to go on. And I probably because I was trying to make my way into his house. So he told me if I didn't leave, he was going to call the cops. I wouldn't leave. He shut the door. I crouched by his door, holding onto his doorknob, crying, something like that. And he did call the cops. So thankfully the cops came, and it was a small town. They believed my story and escorted me to the house, and I didn't get arrested. So fact or crap. Fact or crap two, when I'm asked to play this game, my fact is usually that I love public speaking. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I volunteer whenever I get the chance. I look for the opportunities. It brings me life. So, fact or crap number three, when I was a young person, I was in junior high, I volunteered at an event in Houston. It was a televised event. I volunteered behind the scenes, and we made a donation as a part of our volunteer work. And as a representative for the organization, I was asked to present our donation on stage, which I did. And there was also a famous person on stage with us to help receive our donation. So I got to share the stage on TV for what I thought was a local segment, but it turns out that local segment was fed into the national broadcast of this event. So this event was broadcast nationwide, and I got to present my donation on stage with a famous redhead, and I'm not going to mention who that was because you might try to look it up to find out if it's fact or fiction, but I got to share the stage with a famous redhead as I presented our donation. So fact or crap, which one is it? Did I try to break into an old person's house because I was afraid of a dog? Do I love public speaking? Or was I on national TV with a famous person? You decide. Thank you. Have a great day.